Hey folks, Lester here. Today I'm going to do something that's going to offend a lot of folks. You're not going to understand why I do it. And until you've walked a mile in my shoes, and not just my shoes, but anybody who raises goats, until you've walked a mile in our shoes, you might not really understand why we do what I'm about to do. Actually, I've already done it, which is why I'm a wreck. But you haven't watched it yet, so you're seeing what I'm about to do. Does that make any sense? Anyway, it's referred to as a stick of shame, and you may have seen it before in a couple of our videos, but yeah. So, these golden girls are not getting any bigger. And I'm guessing they're just going to stay that size forever. And the problem with that is that they're still small enough to where they can squeeze themselves through those bottom panels of the fence. I can't keep them in. And the problem with that is, well, number one, they're getting into the barn and tearing everything up. They're eating things they shouldn't be eating. Number two, they're getting out of the pastures or hanging out on top of the four-wheelers or chewing up wires. You already know from previous videos. So today I'm gonna have to do something that I'm not real happy about, but it is something that was recommended to us by a lot of folks. So you might remember this from a previous video when we did it to Shirley Bird when she was just a baby, just a little girl, back when she was young and dumb. And today we're gonna do it to our little golden girls. So, all right, so what I'm doing is taking a piece of PVC pipe, and I'm going to keep it pretty uniform. I'm just going to probably go 2 hand spans, and I'm going to cut it off right here. I'll clean it up nice, and I'm going to use this to stick between their horns. And I will use Gorilla Tape, duct tape, to tape it on. And so that will hopefully, when they go up to that fence to crawl through, since their horns can come right through, this over here is going to make it where it can't. And hopefully that will solve our little problem. So a lot of folks might think this is going to be too heavy for their little heads. But no, it's not. It's actually not heavy at all. You have to use the thicker, the tiny thin stuff will break. And what you don't want to have is them breaking those things off. So you have to use an inch, inch and a half pipe. It's PVC. It's not heavy, folks. It's not heavy. So if you're thinking that this is just be kind of cruel and inhumane, I know it may appear that way, but no, it's not at all. And you can find tons of videos online, YouTube or whatever you use, just to search it up.
If you've ever raised goats, you know the struggle is real. You know, they're all cute and furry and friendly and fun to feed. But there's one thing about goats that drives you crazy if you don't have just the right perfect fence. And I'm going to show you. Right there. This is sheep and goat wire on this fence. I'll show it to you up close in a minute. But all these little goats go through an age. There's a certain age when their horns get just long enough that they'll get stuck in that fence.
And like I said, it was recommended by goat people. The reason I know that her name is Rose is look at her legs and how these the white stripes kind of wind up her legs. Reminds me of like a rose, how the vines kind of all wind together. So I'm going to set my camera up in a different spot. I want you to be able to see this, how this process is going to go. But I need both hands, obviously, to do so. You know, it's not just the golden girls that wreak havoc on things around here, folks. It's not just the golden girls. You're going to get your head stuck in there, love. But obviously you can't put a pipe on Pig Trudy. A stick of shame. Come here, Rose. Come here, baby. All right. Can y'all see this? So I'm going to put the stick right here. Oh my gosh, baby, your horns are so tiny. Your horns are so small, baby. Your horns are still so little for this. I don't want to stick it to her hair. So I'm going to be real careful to go only around the horn itself and wrap it back around. And I'll put several of these. I don't want it stuck to her hair, obviously. And you know what? Jamie did a lot better job when she did this to Shirley. I'm not near as fancy. I don't have as much patience. Let me flip this around. All right, that looks ridiculous. Sweetheart, that looks about ridiculous. You know what? Jamie's working. That looks about ridiculous, Lester. But, I'm sorry I'm laughing. Sweetheart, sweet girl, I know. I will redo it, folks. I'll do it to you too, boy. I promise you I will. Folks, I will redo this whenever I have some help. It's just hard for me to hold her. I should probably have thinner tape. This, the tape that I brought out is it's wide. And it's kind of, for their little tiny horns, they need the thin stuff. So I'll just take this and tear it in strips. That right there looks nothing like the videos that I saw on YouTube. And that looks nothing like... I think that Shirley remembers the stick of shame. Sweetie, I know it feels a little awkward. Shirley remembers the stick of shame. Shirley's was really pretty though. Jamie, you know how they say glamorized it? Jamie did all that. She glamorized it for Shirley. And maybe when Jamie gets here, she can help out a little bit with the glamorizing. But for now, I'm just going to see how that works out for me. Yeah, but that actually looks nothing like it does on the YouTube videos that I watched. Folks, if I made you believe that it's only those little goats that tear things up around here, I'm so sorry. Because it's not just little goats. Ringo, stop it. I'm trying to get the worms. Ouch. No, Trudy, look at that hole she just bit in the worms. Trudy. Oh my gosh. Trudy. All right. I need another goat. Baby, I can't take it off. You need to just learn to stay inside the pastures. All right, so I've got my... Shirley, you're messing my tape up, baby. So I've got my second golden girl. And I'm going to take what I've done this time. Shirley, you made all my tape get stuck together. And now it has white hair all over it, Shirley. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Folks. All right, hold on. So I've taken my tape and I've torn it into a little bit thinner strips this time. This hopefully will be a little bit easier on me. Maybe hopefully. All right, let's put my stick where it belongs. I want to keep this out of the, keep it out of the hair and off the ears. We don't want to, there we go. All right. There we go. Last one. Okay. There you go, baby. Ears are free. So as you can see, I got it all taped. It's not stuck to the hair. There's nothing's going to be uncomfortable to her. And her ears are free. I don't know if y'all just saw what just happened right there because I wasn't recording in time. But that's just kind of the stuff that goes on around here. And now she can't get her head inside that bucket. Ringo, stop it! Shirley. So she's found some kind of feed in that bucket. Oh, it's Ringo! Everybody's, oh, this is becoming quite the disaster. Yeah, this is quite the disaster. And folks, this is the reason that we do, okay. I'm trying to simplify my life, folks. I'm trying to simplify my life. Ringo, you stop being mean. Okay. So I've got 3 of the golden girls taken care of. And if you're wondering where Dorothy's at, she's still in quarantine. So she's fine for now. Oh my God, I didn't know you were still out. So anyway, so this is what's it's gonna look like around here for a little bit. And I think you can understand why.